Hello and welcome to the House of Isla, where we talk anything and everything Star Wars. And welcome back to This Is the Way, a review and recap of The Mandalorian to prepare you for Mandalorian and Grogu coming out in May 2026. How are you doing, Echo?
Well, I'm doing better than my computer is because I didn't even know what your intro said. It just randomly compressed and stretched the speed at which you talked. So I have no clue. But I'm doing pretty well.
Hmm.
A little tired.
Me too. We're always tired.
Comes with being an engineering main.
Yeah. So, that I did something that may help you on your end. Don't know. Some suppression, but
Seems to work thus far.
cool. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so beginning of the school year, we've been trying to plan this one collab with a hallmate with us, and our other co-host Fives, who's um taking a break due to classes, hasn't schedules haven't been lined up, so he hasn't came on. So, but I was given like these nice uh glass cups to drink out of. So maybe I can do something real quick to make it easier to see. All right, yeah. So, yeah, I got some nice Mandalorian glasses. So thanks to him. So now you don't see the AC unit directly behind me. Yay. So drinking water
Yeah,
periodically.
I think your background's better than mine. I have a bottle of medicine sitting up right here.
Eh, yeah. So we are gonna just get into um this starting to record for this, and yeah, let's just begin with that. So we are going to start with our first segment. My hotkeys aren't working. Boo. The main discussion.
Of
Obi-Wan once
course.
thought as you do.
I really need to work on making a better segment transition. But with that said, we're going right into the recap today. So, we start with episode 6 of season 1. It's called The Prisoner. Uh, directed by Rick Famuyiga, I think. He also portrays a fighter pilot at the end of the episode. More on that later. Written by Christopher Yost. Characters Star Wars based off of George Lucas, and showrunner John Favreau. Starring Pedro Pascal, Mark Bone Jr., and Bill Ball. So, any cool things to add?
Not really to that stuff.
So, the episode was 43 minutes long, aired December 13th, 2019, and off to the ChatGPT recap because I was too lazy to type it up while watching. Thanks, chat. So we start with a recap of the episode, and we go in to Din Djarin landing in a rundown floating space station
Well,
in
I should
order
hope it's floating and not falling.
um so space station floating somewhere in space. Um and we learn that he's reuniting with an old associate of uh which is Ranzal Malik, also known as Rand, played by Mark Bone Jr. And they greet like old buddies, but there's kind of some tension in it, which we can see. And yeah, they definitely have some history. We don't know what, but Rand offers Mando a job, five five person mission to rescue a prisoner from the New Republic off of a prisoner transport ship. Um, and the pay is good, but the crew, well, let's get started with that. So, let's meet the team. We have Mayfield, much better character than a quarterback. A former Imperial sharpshooter.
What do you have against insurance commercials?
Um, Insurance commercials isn't the best. But Bill Boss plays the former Imperial sharpshooter. We
Those exist?
Yes, especially in Andor season 2.
I mean, he does make a specific point of saying that he wasn't a stormtrooper.
So, yeah, and then we have Borg, a massive Devonian brute, which basically is the same type of creature that devilish horns in the cantina scene from A New Hope. And Borg was played by Clancy Brown, who also voiced and played Rydell in Ahsoka and Rebels. You good? So
I was going to be coughing in the background for this entire thing.
then we have Zion, a Twi'lek knife fighter with a past connection with Mando, and Zero, a droid pilot who has to pilot the Razor Crest. So a friendly bounty hunter is probably not happy with
An
that.
oxymoron?
So there's some shenanigans with the crew before they get on the ship and start.
I mean, when isn't there shenanigans, though? That is my question.
Yeah. 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 So, Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, holds his cool. He needs the credits, thinking this is a bad idea for the job. But now they're at the heist. They're getting ready. Zero flies in the ship. They jam the signal. They fly in the land in the place, but on the ship, ready to start. But everyone has met a friendly green creature, Rogu or Baby Yoda, and yeah,
That seems like it would turn out well.
yeah. But to the present, they are able to open the door to the ship, climb down in, and now we're in this white prison ship. Um,
Same hull style, or not hull style, but interior style as the Tantive 4 from A New Hope.
but also, kind of reminding me of of um the original um first film to uh George Lucas. Let me get it pulled up. The THX 1138 film, pre-American Graffiti, with the like white aspects to it. So we got that, and yeah, um, what could possibly go wrong when trying to free a prisoner off of a ship? Um,
Especially when said ship is controlled by the galactic government.
of and droid based. So then, they make some noise. There's some droids. Mando sneaks around, and
And goes full Mando mode on them.
yeah, we like those odds. Um, 4 droids against Mando.
They never stood a chance.
And then eventually they make it to a control room and they run into a New Republic officer.
This officer is played by Matt Lanter, who voiced Anakin in the Clone Wars.
Very cool. Connections to Dave Filoni's previous projects. But he owns a tracking beacon that when you hit it, then New Republic gets a call. Hey, check this ship out. Something happens.
20-minute response time from across the galaxy isn't too bad, though.
Yeah. So, Mando tries to calm things down, wanting to avoid bloodshed. But
But it goes about as well as you would think it would.
a knife is thrown by the female Twi'lek character. I don't want to try saying her name, but yeah, the beacon starts flashing. So the clock is ticking. So yeah. And then they race through the corridors, reaching the prison. So with some droids popping up that needs smashed in by Borg, the muscle of the crew, and they free the prisoner Quinn, the brother to the female Twilight, and Mando has some unsettling feelings. But oh no, Mando is kicked into the cell, and the door is closed. So then, now on the loose, not with the crew, and Dean has to break himself free. This is called the Mandalorian, not the crew. So, Mando figures out a way to take a security droid's arm to get out, and he's on the loose. And now the hunters become the hunted. And
Yeah, I got nothing witty to throw in here.
the lights, he makes it to the control panel, pressing some buttons, And now it everything turns red. Lights flashing, sirens starting, the doors closing, and
Always a good sign for his former crew.
the crew is split up. Just like Mando wants it. Who is the first person Mando fights?
Isn't it the muscle guy? I forget his name and his species name right now.
Yes. Who tries overpowering Mando, but yeah, Mando uses a door on him twice to stop him. Then he goes after the female Twi'lek, and there's a knife fight that occurs, and Mando wins the day. And then it's time for Mayfield. One of the coolest scenes, probably. Lights are flashing. A silhouette of Mando appears. In one direction, now another. Now directly behind you. And a fight in course. Who do you think wins?
Well, considering this show is called The Mandalorian and not the former Imperial sharpshooter, I'd say Mandalorian.
Okay, great thought. He did win. And now, meanwhile, on the ship, Zero, um, watching stuff unfolds, figures out some past about Mando, but the chaos happens. He discovers the green creature, Baby Yoda. And now they're playing a game of cat and mouse. And then Mando finds Quinn, the only one left, and offers to give him a ride back for the bounty, of course. So,
Always for the bounty.
and then another double twist happens again on the station. The whole crew ends up dead, besides Quinn, Zero, as well. And Mando returns Quinn and also gives him a flashing beacon before he leaves. Um, and then he gets the money, business as usual. Then Rand orders his goons to kill Mando. But dun dun dun, something happens. And a blinking light, New Republic tracking beacon, and then 3 X-Wings pop out. And Mando flies away. The crew that's alive are trapped in a cell. And Mando served justice his style. And they go flying out into the sunset. And the station got blown up.
So now it's falling instead of floating.
Yes. But Easter eggs, things you knew and things you found out.
Um, Looks like I mentioned most of them.
So the 3 pilots that showed up, Double Chow, Rick, and Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni's character is an X-Wing pilot named Trapper Wolf, off of Commander Wolfie from Clone Wars, and Wolf's being Dave Filoni's favorite creature.
But of course,
And we see those pilots here and there throughout the galaxy, throughout the episodes. And yeah, that's about it. Cool facts I came up with. The actor that plays the female Twi'lek also played Nifidora Tonks in Harry Potter. So that was a connection I just learned about like literally a couple days ago. So
And that was a connection I only learned about when he mentioned it before we started recording.
and I think it's time for the count if I'm getting my things correct. So
Sounds about right to me.
what do you rate this episode today?
I would give this one an 8.
8.
Yeah, it doesn't quite feel as filler content filler content like as some of the other ones we've had.
And I'll give it a 7. So that gives us a 7.5 as our average. And a 0.5. I did not get graphics set up pretty quickly. So
That would require preparation, which, if y'all have listened to us for a few times, you know we struggle to remember to prepare.
7.5 Mandos for this episode. And this is with knowing the full story, knowing what happens sort of next with
And
many years of Mando piled on.
yeah,
So, gonna get rid of that. And, I don't have anything for any other segments. So, great place to end it. If you haven't, checked out houseofisla.com. Get some nice merch. The winter hats are great. I got my second one already today. It's nice. It keeps your head warm, especially your ears in cold weather. And we've got some nice t-shirts and potentially some new things may or may not come up. Some old designs may come down. Don't know. So check out www.houseofisla.com or link below.
and don't forget to join our Discord if you want to sometimes join us on these episodes, or even if you want your ratings to be heard and seen.
Yep. So, with that said, make sure to like, subscribe to us on YouTube if you're listening on one of our many audio platforms. Rate it, follow us, however it's set up. But with that said, may the force be with you.